The NFL draft finally is here. After what feels like a 10-year wait after a 4-13 season for the Patriots, the team is poised to make its highest draft pick since 1993. But what will they do with that number 3 overall pick? That's the billion-dollar question. And while we're not sure the exact answer at this time, we do have a fairly good idea that the team is intent on targeting a quarterback who can try to carry this franchise for the next decade plus. No pressure. The most realistic option appears to be Drake Maye. He may be the third-ranked quarterback in the class, but there's a lot to like about him. At 6'4" and 223 pounds, he fits the mold as the prototypical quarterback. But he can also run, as evidenced by his 1,200 rushing yards and 16 rushing touchdowns. Maye's passing numbers took a dip last year after losing his top 2 receivers, and there's been some criticism about his footwork. But he's still just 21 years old, and thus has quite a ways to grow and develop in the NFL. A less likely but more exciting possibility is Jayden Daniels. The reigning Heisman winner was absolutely electric for LSU last year, throwing 40 touchdowns and rushing for over 1,100 yards with 10 more scores on the ground. Unfortunately for the Patriots, it seems like Daniels is most likely going to the Washington Commanders at number 2 overall. But this is draft season and you never really know what to expect. If Daniels does end up being there at number 3, the Patriots could get a massive injection of excitement heading into 2024. And at 23 years old, Daniels should be ready to step in and start right away. A third option here is one that nobody anticipated a few months ago, but Michigan's J.J. McCarthy has soared up draft boards by impressing coaching staffs and front offices throughout the pre-draft process. McCarthy led the Wolverines to a 15-0 record and a national championship last year, and he went 27-1 as the starter in his 2 years, so he knows how to play winning football. The major knock on McCarthy, though, is that he doesn't have quite the high-end talent that you typically find in a top 5 pick at quarterback. He never lit up the stat sheet, and he threw just 22 touchdowns per year over the past 2 seasons. But we keep hearing about him, so we should all be ready for a potential surprise pick at number 3. The less exciting but potentially smarter move for the Patriots would be to trade down from number 3 so that they can properly rebuild their roster and fix some real areas of need, like wide receiver and offensive tackle. There's been some talk and rumors and speculation that maybe the Vikings or the Raiders or who knows, anybody else might want to move up to number 3 if the quarterback that they want is available there. That would allow the Patriots to slide back, address those needs, and maybe take a quarterback later in the draft like Michael Penix Jr. It wouldn't be bad for the Patriots to end up with Penix, who led the Washington Huskies to a national championship game appearance last season. Penix threw for over 9,500 yards and 67 touchdowns over the past 2 seasons, and though he suffered multiple torn ACLs in his collegiate career and is almost 24 years old, the lefty has a chance to be just as successful in the NFL as the top of the 2024 class. So that's what we think. All we actually know is that at 8:30 on Thursday night, the Patriots will be on the clock and we'll finally get the real answer on what this team plans to do with this franchise-altering opportunity. For WBZ.com, I'm Michael Hurley.